That's
for the first 15 minutes. Motherfucker was sitting there.
Johnny.
Back in those days, this place never broke. Back in those days, this place never broke. Hey, you guys got your photos, yeah? From that old man? Remember that old dude?
Oh, yeah.
Came by that day and he said he got shots of you?
Yeah.
I know his, and all of a sudden the old man comes up.
You're skinny, I'm fat.
I got bitches.
I'm bald, you got a lot of hair.
I want my face in Juice magazine, huh?
Oh no, this is not
What's it called? Get away.
Oh dang, you even got a GoPro, dude.
Got the GoPro going with the fish eye.
Paul.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
That's it.
Wilson, who's with the youngsters? All right, George, get it.
Ronnie!
Got a GoPro.
What is that,
Sir. I go like this, watch.
What's up, boss?
Look that way. Always. Oh, for sure.
The Enigma. So many times I've been at Raycon lately. Every time I go to Raycon, it's there.
Thanks. Here.
It's weird. It's cool though. Like I'm really outside of it's like, you know, I'm going pretty far north. Like,
This is for you, Shogo. Rest in peace.
Thank you everyone for coming here today. Shogo Kubo Paddle Out. And we also want to acknowledge that today's the anniversary of Paul Cullen passing as well. We got Brian here. Brian's going to say a few words to start us off.
First of all, I love Shogo, and I want this to be his day, you know. This is to remember Shogo, help his family grieve. This is still fresh in everybody's hearts. Not that we've forgotten about my brother, baby Paul. That you know, sometimes we need to honor what's fresh in our hearts and our minds. I just want to thank all of you for over the years who have remembered my brother. I'll continue to do this paddle out for my brother. We've missed a couple years because other people have passed in July. It's sad, you know. But I have a bit of Paul here today.
Yeah.
We'll go out in the water.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer that you know, all the ones who have passed, like Polar Bear and Cahill and Deniak, they're all up there skating a big wall. It's unfortunate, but you know, Shogo's up there with them now.
Yeah.
And we'll always remember all these guys.
The river's in the sky.
Yes, sir. Yeah. And just thank you guys. From the Cullen family, from my heart, thank you.
Respect.
Next, I want to thank all of you for the Kubo family, Shota, his mother, his sister, brothers, and his wife. There's also a simultaneous paddle out going on in Hawaii, also in Maui, and I think some people in Bali as well. So I want you to know that you're all part of something that's part of history. And we got a few of Shogo's close friends and people that have known his whole life. We're going to say a few things, and then we're going to turn it over to Christian and Soy to pay tribute to our fallen brother. Jeff.
You know, thanks for coming out. You know, I don't really know what to say except for, we're just here to pay our respects to Shogo and his family, and kind of, show the rest of the world that, we are respectful. And, I had a whole lot of things planned to say, but, I just can't get it all out. I knew Shogo when he was like a very young kid, and watched him grow into a man and become really responsible. That's one of the things that I could say about Shogo. He took care of business, and he was a really, really good person. He was also like, one of the best skaters that got underappreciated. He had a great skating style which came from his surfing, and he was part of a surf skate culture that has been recognized worldwide, international, all over the world. Everybody knows, and there's not too much I can say about that, but we're just here to pay our respects, and thank you all for coming, and I'm sure the family thanks you, and and I just want to say rest in peace, Shogo.
Next we got Solo Scott here. You gonna step forward?
Solo!
Yeah. So, again, I want to repeat what everyone said. Thank everyone for coming. I know Shogo since I was this big, a little kid with a big old afro about this, and always had so much respect for the guy. And I was fortunate in April. I took a trip to Hawaii, and on my way out to the airport, I stopped off at a good friend of ours, Simon, who runs House of Flies, and we had a barbecue, and we're having some food, and I was just sitting on the couch enjoying the company, and in walked Shogo. And I hadn't seen him in years, and he just came in with that smile, full of life, and like greeting and welcoming me, and like we hadn't seen each other in years, and it was just so cool, and that's the memory I have of him that'll last with me, and I just wanted to share that with you because the energy that he had, he came in and we sat down and we had killer food, and we broke bread, and it was just awesome, and I'm very blessed and privileged to have had that time with him prior to this, so I just wanted to share that with everybody. He was an amazing spirits last time I saw him. Awesome. Yeah.
Nathan, well, I knew Shogo for 40-something years, I guess now. I remember the first time seeing him at Bay Street. He was this little kid, probably 14 years old or something at the time, just surfing out at Bay Street. And we had the surf team going, and we were just going to start the skateboard team, and it was originally Alan and Tony and Jay and Chris and me and the guys from the surf team, and then we added all the skate guys like Jim and Beniak and Wenzel, and then Peggy, and then PC and Shogo. And Shogo was really quiet. His English was really minimal at the time. He had come from Japan. He was born in Japan, true Japanese. And so you go places, and Shogo was always like, just always quiet, always quiet, always quiet. They let us skate and do the talk, And he kept getting better and better and better. And he was always, like you were saying, kind of under the radar screen. He wasn't like, the top guy. But when you saw a skateboarder pull that first year, and like 6 of the top 10 guys were from the team, Shogo was in the top 10. So the world knew that Shogo could skate. And interestingly enough, throughout the whole kind of pro career of all the skaters, and this is something people maybe don't really realize, but that Shogo stayed professional level longer than anyone. He was in the contest longer than Tony, longer than Jay, longer than Stacy, longer than anybody. He rode all the way, like just ripping hard. So I think, so I think Shogo really deserves his due. And we've all seen him grow up over the years, and when you go to Hawaii, you'd always bump into Shogo, and he was doing jobs for Japanese, groups coming over and commercials and everything. And it was really sad when I heard about it. I heard about it just a couple hours after it happened, and I called over to his house actually and talked to his wife very briefly, tried my terrible Japanese on her, and then she choked up and just said, call Shota. So I called Shota, got the lowdown and everything. But the world is definitely a lesser place without having Shogo here. He was really a great person, a great father, a really hardworking guy, a great skater who gave a lot to the skate community and the skate history. And I think that down the road, even though he's not in the Hall of Fame yet, he will be in the Hall of Fame. So, One thing I'd like to add, just a little notice in case you haven't heard. At 6 o'clock today, down at the skate park, we're having a memorial jam for Shogo. So if anybody wants to come down and skate at 6 o'clock, we'll be there at 6 at the skate park.
Chris, you want to say anything?
Other than the fact that Shogo really was, probably of all the guys in the team, the sweetest, most loving guy, most respected. That's pretty much what I have to say about Shogo, other than the fact that he was an awesome skater. He was a great guy.
Thank you, Chris. I want to thank Chris and Jeff for helping me organize this today, and anyone else that helped bring this together today. And I want to acknowledge two people. When I think of the layback, I think of Shogo. I think of Christian. I think of Jay Smith.
I ripped him off.
And I think all of us have to have Shogo to thank for the world's most beautiful layback ever. And I agree with Nathan. Shogo went on and became by far the best competitive long-term skater and most accomplished out of all our team riders.
Amazing.
And there's pictures of him that never got published that are so amazing. When he was on skateboarding, died. There was no one still doing it. Shogo was still out there competing. When there was nowhere to skate, no one following it, no magazines, no nothing. Shogo was a hardcore skater, and he never quit. So I think our friend Christian Asoy here.
Yeah, I guess that's right where I got to hang out with Shogo was right in '78 when Marina Skate Park opened. And I could call him uncle, I could call him brother, I could call him mentor, I could call him teacher, sensei. I could call him all those things, and I'm so proud to be able to say that I had a special time in my life where he helped mold me as not only a skateboarder, but as a person, as a personality. A lot of you may not know, everyone says he was quiet, but what I recollect is that he was humorous. Yeah. He was an antagonizer. And he taught me how to heckle. And you know what? He's a true Venice, grown up here, and even with TA, Jay, all of us, we'd be there and he'd heckle all of them. You know what I mean? And he had this personality and character that was infectious. He was like a leader under the radar. Because so many people are so serious about life. And they walk in and they're like, hey, how you serious. He walks in and he goes, what's up, dude? What's up, Penalunk? You know what I mean? And he'd always, and a lot of you may know how he connect words like that. And it would, today he'd probably say, Sidalissi, right? Because I'm going out surfing for the first time in I don't know how long. Right. But I remember him going out surfing when I was like 12, and him going out to the jetties out there in El Porto, and he's like, come on, let's go surf. And I'm like, no way. I'm not going out there. But I'd go with him, and I'd sit on the rocks, and I'd watch him surf. And I would take notes. And I would watch all these guys surf. The whole reason why I got into skating was surfing. My dad was a surfer, and I happened to be birthed in a time when surfing was really how you emulated your style in skateboarding. And Shogo had the best style in the world. Come on, give it up. Yeah. until that person is gone and we actually get an epiphany, and then look at all the pictures and all the history and everything that we recollect it, and then we go, wait a minute, he was the special one. He was the gem, the diamond in the rough. And you know, me and my father, my dad, you know, said, I talked to him last night, and he goes, I go, what do you want me to say? And he goes, well, he was quiet. Me and him had a good reputation, like of like being hanging out. But he said that Shogo was a good guy. He was good to me. He was a good mentor, and he cared about skateboarding. And I remember he was always on me about skateboarding. Like, you know what? You need to get this straight. You know, and he used like a lot of blankety blank words. You know what I mean? That I can't repeat today because, you know, I've changed who I am today. But back in the day, it was such a motivational person in my life. And I think he did that with everybody. Like listening to all you guys talk now, I mean, it's amazing how that quiet person influenced all of us in such a way. And his skateboarding did the talking. And, you know, I'm just so blessed to be able to say that he helped me become who I am today and helped teach me how to skateboard, because all my accomplishments and everything that I've done doesn't compare to the relationships that I've had. And we need to start caring about our relationships with each other. Stop complaining and stop murmuring and being so critical towards one another about the way that life is, or the way that the industry is, or the way that the sports are. We need to start respecting one another, because we never know when that day is going to come where we're not going to tell that person that we love them. Our family, our children. He was a healthy guy, and he was awesome to his son. He was an awesome businessman. From what I looked up to, a dropout, a surfer, a partier, like to break all the rules guy, to like be responsible, and now I'm following in those footsteps to my children, because we need to leave a legacy. Surfing and skateboarding is the coolest thing on the planet. Be the voice of it. It's going to be up to us to speak loud and proud about Venice Beach, and about Dogtown, about Z, about Zephyr, about all the things that we've done. So that the next generations coming up, they're going to remember Shogo Kubo. They're going to remember Biniac. They're going to remember Polar Bear. They're going to remember Baby Paul. They're going to remember all those fallen guys that paved the way for guys like me. Amen? Amen. Yeah. So, I'm just so stoked to be here, and thank you all for coming, the family, Kubo family, everyone around the world that's celebrating right now with us. Let's just bow our head. I'm going to say a quick prayer, and we're going to go. Lord, thank you for this day. I thank you that you've honored me to stand here, to even be alive, to be able to just pray, and to thank you for all the special memories and the times we all have had with Shogo. And I pray for his family. I pray for his son. I pray for his wife. I pray for everyone that is close to him, and all those who admire him around the world. I pray that you would just bless this time, that we're going to go out, and we're going to go out there, and we're going to do a paddle out in a memorial for him, God, and those all the way in Hawaii and everywhere, God. We're going to do it simultaneously, God, and it's going to be a special spiritual moment. And I'm brokenhearted and thankful all at the same time. But I'm going to cherish every moment that I've had with Shogo, and I'm going to tell people his stories. I'm going to pass on what you have taught me. And thank you so much for this time that we get to come together. And I wish we would come together more often outside of memorials. maybe we should do skate sessions in memorial of fallen people, but without them having to fall for us to get together.
Yeah.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Yeah.
Okay, two things. One, we have some donation cards, and there's going to be a PayPal account set up to help this family. And we'll also be organizing a benefit that's going to come down the road. Two, there's a refrigerator or ice chest over here full of flowers. So those people who are going out on the pier, grab your flowers. Those who are paddling and don't have flowers, grab flowers. And let's paddle.
Beautiful.
George.
Beautiful, Jim.
How you doing, Mr. Wilson? Nice job, brother. Amen.
Talking to your son.
Shogo.
Got me one.
You got it.
You gonna walk out on the pier, or
I just got here a little while.
Who loves
help
KG?
you out, or
Hey, honey.
we're
gonna go up to-
someone to walk out with you?
I'm gonna go up on the pier right now.
Yeah, you can watch TV. Good. Thank you.
Walk out with me.
You gonna
Okay.
come up to the pier?
Yeah, let me get a flower.
She is somewhere on the pier.
She is? Oh, not your girl, your bro.
Oh, I don't know. You're supposed to be out here.
She's probably sleeping. There she is. On the outside with the long john on. Get my girl see her on the outside with her long john on? With the veins in her teeth?
She has the red flower?
Yeah.
Right out here.
It's gonna be right here.
It's gonna be right there where they're at.
For Cahill's?
Yeah, yeah.
That was sick. And for Hammies?
Oh, yeah. Proper.
Oh yeah, no, it's out there. Do you want a flower? Oh.
See it?
Everybody here's part of it.
Look at the mural, Jack.
Am I part of it?
Yeah, you are. You're gonna be on camera with the drone. Now you're part of it. You're part of documenting.
You're part of it too.
Coming out.
You didn't get that picture. Hey, that boat.
Scotty, oh, fresh shave, Scotty. Fresh. Love you, Shogo.
I don't see.
Huh?
I don't see Michael on here.
Let's go.
You're right on the bike to get back.
Yeah. We're doing a whole bunch of stuff. Hey!
Put on my other shirt. Yeah, that was my favorite.
Yo.
George, give me your back.